With the NBA season rapidly approaching and all of the fake trades going around ESPN and all of these other clickbait sites, let's talk about a trade that actually makes some damn sense. Run it back, nation. What is good? DJ Eastwood here. Thank you for joining me. Listen, the trade that we're talking about today is Patty Mills for Josh Richardson. And I know that's not a blockbuster. That doesn't give you some kind of tingly feeling inside. That's not going to shake the room. It's not going to be a Woj bomb. But it's about fit. And Daryl Morey and Doc Rivers can look at this roster just like the rest of us with any kind of basketball IQ and say, what the hell are these players doing on the floor together? This was one of the most poorly constructed teams we've ever seen in our lives last season. And somebody with a basketball mind like Daryl Morey and a Doc Rivers are going to make sure things change before this NBA season starts. And the Spurs announced that they may be willing to trade Patty Mills, and the 76ers are one potential landing spot. Why? Because we have no ball-handling guards on this team. This team needs ball-handling guards like Jeffrey Epstein needed a step stool. Yes, I wrote that down and remembered it because I thought it was funny. Listen, the first thing I want to tell you is Patty Mills reminds me a little bit of Trey Burke. And need I remind you what Ben Simmons looked like with a combo guard like Trey Burke on the floor with him?
Goal against the Cavaliers. Simmons, it's for three. Got it!
This play right here, Josh Richardson can't make this play. Josh Richardson can't run a pick and roll and read the defense coming to the screen man and hit the skip pass into the corner. Josh Richardson can't do that. Only a ball-handling guard that has experience running the pick and roll and has that basketball awareness and IQ can make that play. I don't want to get into all the Trey Burke stuff, but you know how I feel about it. Elton Brand knew that this team needed a guard like Trey Burke. He gave this team a guard like Trey Burke. He gave this team Trey Burke. Brett Brown, nah, I don't want that. Brett Brown didn't want it. That's part of the reason Brett Brown is fired. And Elton Brand still has a job. Because I'm sure there was conversations where Elton Brand said, yo, I tried to do everything to help this guy out. And this guy didn't want help. He wanted to do it his way. He cut Trey Burke and James Ennis for Raul Neto. You know what I mean? Like, give me a chance. Let me be in charge now. And I don't think Elton Brand is in charge anyway because Daryl Morey is overseeing everything. But still, Brett Brown fought everything Elton Brand tried to do. Somebody said, well, they could have just, in a Sixers group on Facebook, they said, well, they could have just kept Trey Burke if that's the kind of player. They probably would have if it wasn't for Brett Brown's arrogance and stubbornness and just absolute lack of basketball knowledge. I guarantee you Doc Rivers would have used Trey Burke the way that he was intended to be used by Elton Brand. Now let's talk about Patty Mills in a trade for Josh Richardson because a lot of people don't seem to understand it. And like I said, it's about fit more than anything else. You're not going to understand it if you're just looking at stats. You're just not. Patty Mills in 2019, 11.6 points per game, 1.8 assists, 38% from three. Slightly above the NBA average. He has shot over 40% from three, plenty of seasons in his career. Josh Richardson, 2019, 13.7 points per game, 1.9 assists, 34% from three. And the frustrating part about watching Josh Richardson is he just built houses with bricks. I mean, this guy missed so many wide open threes, it was hard to watch. It was just ridiculous. And you add him bricking wide open threes next to Tobias bricking wide open threes. Now we got Ben Simmons. Is like, I can't pass to any of these guys. Nobody can make a damn shot. So is it a good trade? Yes. Yes, it is. Josh Richardson is insanely overrated. I'm sorry. I overrated him myself when the Jimmy Butler thing first happened. I overrated him myself. I was so hyped watching his Miami Heat highlights that I didn't realize That was only because there was nobody on that team. He only averaged 19 points a game, and he was the main scorer. You know what I'm saying? So he gets to a team like the Sixers where he's not the main scorer. He has absolutely no role. Part of that does have to do with Brett Brown's inability to create some kind of offensive philosophy and give guys certain roles. You know, Glenn Robinson III said when he came here, he had no idea what his role was. Josh Richardson just looked like he was just a guy out there who sometimes caught the ball, sometimes shot the ball, didn't really have an identity. But Josh Richardson was owed $10 million next season and has an $11.6 million player option in 2021 and 2022. I don't think he fits on this team very well next to Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. I damn sure don't want him accepting a player option next season. Patty Mills is owed $13.3 million, but this is the last year of his contract. So that's high reward. Not high reward, but, you know, a better fit than Josh Richardson. And there's low risk. If the guy doesn't want to stay or he doesn't play that well or anything, he's gone and you have that cap space. So you're freeing yourself up from a potential player option and 1 year of paying Josh Richardson for a player that probably fits better. Josh Richardson is not a good pick and roll ball handler. He's just not. We tried it. We tried to have him be the backup point guard for Ben Simmons. We tried to have him on the floor alongside Ben Simmons. He just doesn't have the IQ to run the pick and roll. Doc Rivers loves the pick and roll. Shake Milton can run a pick and roll kind of as a scorer, but I don't think Shake Milton even has the IQ to run the pick and roll like that show that I played, like that play that I showed you where Trey Burke hits the skip pass around the screen. Only a real pick and roll ball handler makes that play. Patty Mills is a real pick and roll ball handler. Doc Rivers loves the pick and roll. I would not be surprised at all if this trade happens. This is also more about Patty Mills' experience. He's been on winning teams. He's been on teams that have gone deep into the playoffs as a pick and roll ball handler. It's almost like, you know, people kept arguing the Raul Neto thing. Well, Raul Neto is playing over Trey Burke because he's a real point guard. He's a real ball handling pick and roll point guard. Yeah, except he can't score. Patty Mills is like Raul Neto, except good at basketball. You understand what I'm saying? This is also about the catch and shoot ability with Ben Simmons handling the basketball, because you already know what I think about Josh Richardson's jump shot. It is atrocious. I don't know why I thought it was good when he played for Miami. I didn't really watch him play in Miami. I guess that's the issue with my assessment of it. But his sideways Lonzo Ball looking jump shot is, I've had enough of it. I don't want to see it anymore. Wide open, off to the side of his face, brick after brick after brick. Patty Mills, square jump shot, in front of his face, steps into it perfectly. Patty Mills has shot over 40% from three on catch and shoot threes 5 out of the last 7 seasons. That's perfect alongside Ben Simmons. Ben runs, defense collapses, kicks out to a player like a Patty Mills. I would like to add more than just Patty Mills. I would like to have several players on this team that can shoot high percentage catch and shoot threes like the 2017 team. Those are the kind of players that need to be around Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Not just Ben Simmons. Joel Embiid draws a double team in the post. Kick out. Swing pass. Wide open Patty Mills. Catch and shoot. 40%. That's what this team needs. Patty Mills was also in the 84th percentile last season in the pick and roll ball handler efficiency. And he was in the 79th percentile the season before that. I don't even want to look up what Josh Richardson is as a pick and roll ball handler. It's not good. And that's not what kind of player he is. You know, that was just Brett Brown trying to force him into a situation, trying to use a player. Brett Brown is Chip Kelly, you know, trades for a north-south runner and runs them on sweep plays all season. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. Brett Brown looks at Josh Richardson, not a pick and roll ball handler, not a point guard whatsoever. Nah, I'm going to use him as a point guard. I'm going to use him as a pick and roll ball handler. The guy's gone. We have basketball minds in here that know what they're doing. These are the kind of trades that are going to happen. Daryl Morey already said it. You're not going to get any huge splash trades. They're not trading Ben Simmons for James Harden. Get over it. They're not trading Joel Embiid for anybody, at least this season. You're not going to see anything like that. You're going to see trades and moves done for better fit players around Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Josh Richardson's not a point guard. Josh Richardson is just a glue guy. Very good defender. Aggressive player, very athletic. Although he looked more athletic in Miami than he did. For some reason, anybody that came into Brett Brown's system, just their skill just diminished immediately. But very athletic, very good defender, a glue guy, a guy that should be coming off the bench probably on a great team, getting a couple buckets, making a couple hustle plays, all that kind of stuff. Patty Mills, he's never played more than 25 minutes. He's never played more than 25 minutes a game. So he can play those backup point guard minutes. He can fit perfectly next to Ben Simmons, catch and shoot, running the pick and roll, running the pick and pop, make the skip pass like the Trey Burke video. I'm all in on Patty Mills. As far as fit, as far as getting the right players around Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. The downsides are defense. Patty Mills can't play any defense. But I'm tired of this team valuing defense over everything else. Defense is very important, but you need to score points in the NBA. You saw it last season. We had Josh Richardson. We draft Matisse Thybulle. We're thinking nobody's going to score on us. But then we forget nobody can score on our team. It's got to be a balance. You want good defenders, but you want people that can put the ball in a hoop. And that's what you're going to see this year. A lot more balance and a lot more fit with Daryl Morey and Doc Rivers running the show. That's my opinion on it. You guys let me know what you think about a potential Josh Richardson for Patty Mills trade. I think it fits perfectly. I think it makes perfect sense. It gets us out of a year of Josh Richardson's potential contract. It gives us a player that fits a lot better alongside Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. He is 32 years old, but to me, that's an experienced player that can add a lot of value to this team. And if he stinks it up, you just get rid of him. His contract is up. Give me all your thoughts and opinions in the comments. My name is DJ Eastwood. This is Run It Back, home of the most brutally honest Philly sports takes on YouTube. Some people don't like it, but it's because some people don't like the truth. Hit the like button if you like the truth. Hit the dislike button if you like lying to yourself. And hit the subscribe button if you're new. I give you these podcast episodes every single day for free. I want my subscription. Peace.